Hi there, Dr. Wayne McLeod with another video discussing the disability tax credit, this time discussing the impairments in mental function that qualify for the credit. This is a fairly broad topic, and I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. However, it's a difficult area for patients to qualify for, and we'll discuss some of the reasons for that later in the video. But a person qualifies under the basis of impaired mental function if they demonstrate that they have impairments in adaptive functioning, impairments in their memory, impairment in goal setting, or in impaired judgment. So some definitions for you. Adaptive functioning refers to age-appropriate behaviors that are necessary for people to live independently in society. They include behaviors such as grooming and self-care, understanding food handling, safety, money management, communication cues and social cues, the ability to communicate with people and make friends. Adaptive functioning also refers to being able to make changes respond to changes in environment or into environmental challenges that come up. For instance, if a person were to inadvertently get on the wrong bus, would they be able to handle that situation, or how would they handle that situation appropriately? So a person with these types of impairments are able to qualify for the credit. So these types of illness, the types of illnesses that qualify under the credit here are the learning disorders, the developmental disorders, things like autism or autism spectrum disorders, and dementia on one hand, and also the psychiatric illnesses such as depression, anxiety, or psychotic disorders. Again, the psychiatric disorders are sometimes hard for doctors to get qualified on the basis of this credit. I think one of the problems that doctors run into when they're filling out the disability tax credit for their clients is that they go on quite a bit about the symptoms that they have and the severity of their illness without providing specific examples of how the illness is causing them to have maladaptation in their functioning. The reviewers want to understand that the illness is causing specific functional deficits. For instance, it's one thing to say a person has severe anxiety, but it's much more illustrative to say a person is so riddled with anxiety that they can't leave the house, or they can't leave the house independently. Or to say that a person is suffering from psychotic illness is not as illustrative as to say the person suffers from delusional thinking or paranoid thoughts that render them unable to leave the house, or unable to understand social cues or interact with people independently. So one of the difficulties doctors have is making specific. If you make specific examples, concrete examples on how the person's illness impacts them functionally, I think you'll have much more success at having the credit qualified under these circumstances. For children with learning disorders, if they have a psychoeducational assessment that you can point to show exactly where the learning deficit is, and there are gradations on those, oftentimes mild, moderate, and severe, and if you can explain how that translates into specific examples, that's going to make it hard for them to function. I think you'll have a lot more success. I hope this video has been helpful, and I'll leave my contact information below. Please contact me if you have any questions about the disability tax credit or client challenges that you'd like me to help resolve. All of these videos, again, are going on a YouTube channel, and I'd love for those of you finding it useful to put a subscription on so that more people can see these videos. Thanks very much, and have a great day.